One of the few things you'll ever hear me talking about on this channel is cars and Gran Turismo 7. They make me so mad when I'm racing with them that I will literally make a video about them. This is one of the rare cases. If you don't know what car I'm talking about, I'm talking about the German 911 GT3 99709. This thing makes me furious, and I will tell you a few reasons why. Now, when I'm driving with this car, this thing just makes me so incredibly mad, as steering this thing is trying to steer a Walmart shopping cart that lost all of its wheels and is physically incapable of turning left. This car is a very bad car. Now, for a starter car, if you're just getting used to racing, I wouldn't even recommend this thing. Now, I do have a very specific few reasons why, and, well, don't get me wrong. If you upgrade this thing, yes, it can be a good car. But I'm talking about off the base. If you don't have money to spend on this car to upgrade it, then this thing is absolutely terrible. And that's what I'm getting at today. Now, this car is a very nice looking car. I'm going to give Porsche that part. It's a nice looking car, I cannot deny that. But when it comes to actually racing on a track, this thing feels terrible to drive with. And I didn't even feel like recording actual gameplay to put in this video because this car is so incredibly bad to drive with. This thing feels like a brick trying to drive. And, well, I did 3 races with tracks in Germany in this thing. I started off with a very lucky second place finish, which I barely was able to do. And then I got then I got 2 more third place finishes. Because this thing could not take the corner. It was very, very hard to take a corner in this car. And this is an issue because you're supposed to be able to easily take a corner in this car. And, well, that's a problem if I cannot take a corner, because I spent over 200,000 credits on this car for it to barely be able to take a corner. Now, if you are curious what I am talking about and how I made my discovery on how bad this thing was, well, I will tell you how I made this discovery. Now, we're all aware of the Gran Turismo Cafe. When I did menu book 33, it might have been one of the most painful times, because if you aren't aware of this requirement, it is a world championship pretty much that you have to compete in with less than 600 power in your car. And, well, having less than 600 power in your car is not the easiest thing to do. And just purely because of this, I couldn't put soft tires on this car to go fast. And that's because if I did, the car would be over 600 power. And I don't want to have some soft tires on the front and soft tires on the back. And if I had put soft tires on this thing might have done better, if I'm going to be honest. If the game would have allowed soft tires to be on it and still be under 600, that would be a lot better. But the game does not allow that. And, well, let's just talk about how genuinely awful this car felt to drive in. I never want to drive in this thing again, honestly. This thing felt barely able to frickin' drive on the road. And honestly, accelerating was this thing's biggest weakness. We didn't go faster than like 50 miles per hour. It's like, you could accelerate, but it wasn't very fast. I feel like this thing shouldn't even be a racing car at this point because of how slow this thing went in when it's under pressure. And let's talk about taking turns. The one thing everyone wants to know with a GT7 car. And we all know where we're going to say, we're all praying to God this thing can take a turn. Because or else I just wasted 200,000 credits on this thing taking a turn. If it can't take a turn, it cannot take a turn. It can not take a turn flat out either. You know there's cars in this game that go faster than certain cars but can still take a turn flat out. Not this one. Not even close. If I'm going to be honest, if we could take a turn just straight flat where I need to take a turn flat, that would be nice. But this thing being barely able to accelerate these turns, I need to take flat. I cannot take flat because of this freaking car being unable to turn or accelerate very quickly. You lose a lot of time from the leader, and this is what caused some of my losses, actually, in the races I did in this car. I did not record those races because they were incredibly awful. Of me I would never drive I've never driven as bad as I did when I had to drive in that car. And that's why I did not record, because I'm taking turns flat out. I'm trying to go as fast as I can just to get to the leader, which is a massive struggle when your car doesn't take turns well or and it doesn't accelerate. So this is why I'm warning you now. I'm not going to take away your opinion on what you think of this car. If you like it, I'm not going to judge you. But if you also don't like it, that's just my opinion. I do not like this car. It's just all I think about this car, and well, honestly, I would rather take a dozer around Watkins Glen for 5 hours straight than have to drive for 5 hours in gt7 with this car. And well, if you guys did enjoy this car review, I know it wasn't really much because I was kind of making fun of a car, and please make sure to hit the subscribe button, drop a comment down below and like the video, and well, comment actually what you want, if you want me to review another gt7 car. And well, that's all I got for you today, and that's Xylogen out.